Hey there everyone, welcome back to week 9 of building Spider-Man and the Sinister Six's battle for New York City. So, a little bit different, right? I'm showing you all 3 subway cars and, towards over here some just random, brick-built stuff, right? This is going to be a little bit different. Because of my recent development of getting the Millennium Falcon, I have been a little bit distracted with that, and plus midterms are coming. So for me, it's an incredibly busy and stressful time because one half of me is like, okay, I got to get this Lego set done because I had a video planned, right? And then I have this, and then I have midterms, so I've been having to prioritize. And so I'm sorry this video is a day late, but I just wanted to get you all this sooner rather than later, right? So this video is going to primarily focus on these 2 subway cars, this experimental subway car, and then a couple of the, basically just a little bit of lab equipment that I'm going to use within the mock itself. So without ado, let's get into it right now. So what you're going to see here are basically 3 subsets of special features that I have created for the mock. So the first being the subway train, the second being the experimental lab subway train, and the third kind of being like computers and technology used in the villain's lab or the Secret Six's lair. So let's begin with the subway car. So this is about version 5 or 6. Let's move everything back. For the subway cars, I think they look fantastic. They look like subway cars to me overall, and I'm very pleased with how they turned out. Overall, they look nice. Here are the doors, obviously, to the cars. We'll be using them for the station. They connect really well and they bounce off of each other really well, but they look New York, which I like. This may be version 5 or there may be a version 5, 6, or 7 by the time this mock comes to completion, but we'll just have to find out. So I'm going to show you the interiors of one. So the roof is detachable, as you can see, because of the snot bricks. And this is basically the inside. So as you can see, there are some seats right there, along with a little walkway, which is nice because I am going to put minifigures inside of the subway because why not? If this is a Spider-Man mock, it's going to look like New York City by the time I'm done. And it's the exact same with this one. Okay. So that's about it. So here are the subway cars. Like I said, I've probably spent about 10 hours this week working on them, just trying to figure out, okay, what's the best look that I want? What am I going towards, right? And so this is the third one. This is kind of the wild card one that I was thinking. So this is going to go in the Sinister Six's secret lair, right? And so this is kind of like the little experimental car, so to speak. This is where all of the experiments by the Tinker and Dr. Octopus are going to be made in this abandoned subway car. So as you can see, there's all sorts of basically evil like technologies, so to speak, being used from a bunch of little scientific cups to basically overall just a bunch of sciencey stuff, right? So as you can probably tell, it is a worn down one. I tried to go for that aspect. So here it is. I think it captures that aspect of that broken old subway car very well. I detached the roof so I can show you all what it looks like once the roof is on. There we go. What do you think? Looks nice overall, right? So I would say that this works incredibly well for where it's at. I like how only one door is open because that shows that they basically locked the other one shut, as you can see from this little mechanism that I built. So inside, I showed you all, but I did try to design some little things such as breakers, secret laboratory equipment, and so much more, right? Little cans, devices, etc. So that's it for the secret villains lab. That one took me the longest, hands down, purely just because of the fact that it's different. It's not the style of a subway car like this one right here it's completely different, and I had to make it different. So let me show you the differences. They're very wild, right? Completely different. So now we're going to go on to some of the Tinkerer's lab equipment. So if you don't know who the Tinkerer is, he's essentially a supervillain. He's kind of like evil Tony Stark, except he never fights because he's kind of pathetic. So this is kind of his lab equipment that I built, okay? So in here is a bunch of, as we explored a couple weeks ago, abandoned Chitauri equipment that they stole. Dr. Octopus is going to have a bunch of this equipment in the mock. This is inspired from Spider-Man Far From Home. So as you can see, here's his supercomputer, right, with the desk. And I do like it a whole lot. I think it looks great for where the Tinkerer is, and as this person who loves technology. There we go. Finally got it to focus. And I think it looks great. We have the mouse, the keyboard, the phone, we have everything. So here's like kind of a little cabinet with storage, along with a little computer right there, a very old computer, kind of like the early 2000s computers. There we go, let's get it to focus. Because it's not wanting to focus, guys. Okay, so this is it. Very simple, using some very basic bricks, right? Here's the third one. So this Chitauri shield, which is actually a Gungan shield from a Star Wars set, is being used. It's being scanned right now. Here's the scanning device. And then here's some just little pressure valves. I thought this would go along pretty nicely with it. And it does. The desk design is also incredibly unique. It just uses these special inverted slope pieces, and I just attach it on like that. And it's basically a snot technique in which there are no attaching studs, which is incredibly nice. So I can put it any direction that I want. Here's a cabinet that I built for all of his power tools and such. I open it up, there's nothing in it. I haven't put anything in it yet. And then finally is this little cupboard in which he's kind of drawing and basically tinkering as he's supposed to be, right? So that's essentially what I did. I know there was no progression towards the mock in general, but I just wanted to work on these little special features and tinker. I spent about 6 hours working on these. This computer took me so long to complete. It was painstaking almost. So now that I got these done, let's move on and conclude the video. So what I'm hoping is that you all kind of got a feel for what I'm wanting to do for this mock with basically some of the extra features, right? This was an extra features video from the subways to kind of like the Tinkerer's lab, right? As I said, this is probably the 4th or 5th version of the subway cars that I built. So right now, they may change again, who knows? But I want to have the best design for this mock possible. So what do you all think? As the subway cars are completed, next week you will see them on the mock with the completed tunnels and in full glory. Okay, so look out for week 10, because week 10 we are going to finish off the section of the mock completely. Okay, we're just done with it. So look out for next week. So thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep on building, my fellow builders.